Becoming just the 7th team in NBA history to start a season 33-4 or better by sweeping a back-to-back, which included ending OKC's 15-game winning streak and taking care of business against my hometown Raptors without Donovan Mitchell, the Cleveland Cavaliers have now won 12 straight games for the 6th time in franchise history. 2 of those 12-plus game win streaks have been this season. Specifically, how the Cavs offense looked against the team with the NBA's best defensive rating by far in the OKC Thunder, even with Donovan Mitchell shooting 3 for 16 from the field, but Jarrett Allen stepping up to drop 25, 11, 6, and 4 stocks is what was most impressive. Allen combined with Mobley for 46 up front, and we're going to talk about that connection, as well as the other reasons for how the Cavaliers have sent a message. Right quick, over 80% of you watching right now are not subscribed, so if you're in that percentage, please subscribe. Splash thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and follow at DflowHoops on Instagram and X for a follow back. Appreciate your support tremendously. Back to the content. For a Cavalier team that's 20-1 at home, on pace to win 73 games, undefeated against the Deep Western Conference, not to mention owns the greatest win percentage in NBA history as of this recording, the presence up front from their bigs has been revolutionarily dominant. Cleveland's Twin Towers in Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley followed up their 46 against the Thunder by posting 39 points and 26 rebounds against the Raptors. How lethal the big-to-big passing is between Jarrett and Evan for the Cavaliers offense makes everything roll so much smoother for what's the association's #1 offensive rating through nearly half the season. It's also the 2nd greatest offensive rating of all time, only trailing last year's Boston Celtics. Jarrett Allen's 5th in the association in both screen assists and total points as the roll man. Allen leads the NBA in total points off cuts to the basket, with Evan Mobley only a few points behind him as the 2nd-ranked player in that department. Regarding their defensive abilities, Jarrett and Evan sent messages to the association post-game against the Thunder.
Every time they drove, they definitely saw either Evan or I down there, and they second-guessed their decision.
Yeah, I would say the same. Me and Jay are, I feel like, the 2 best bigs in the league at protecting the paint, and tonight we're down there just trying to make it hard on them, and I feel like we got a lot of deflections, and the guards as well with their ball pressure. It was just making it tough on Shea and everyone on the floor.
Coming into the matchup, everybody obviously saw Isaiah Hartenstein and remembered the Knicks series from a couple years ago. How do you feel like your game has grown on both ends of the floor since then?
Yeah, defense, I'll start there first. I feel like I'm slowing down on defense, and not physically, but mentally, and starting to understand the game more, understanding what sets are being run. And so I don't want to say like I can see the future, but I can predict what's going to happen out there. And offensively, I feel like the same thing. I just can read it better. Finding Evan on the roll, definitely should have threw him a lob tonight. Just stuff like that, just understanding everything more.
Jarrett, what do you think the national TV audience that doesn't get to see a ton of Cavs learned about Evan Mobley tonight?
They finally learned who Evan Mobley is, and they still have a lot more to learn. He was doing everything for us. On the defensive end, he was getting stops. On the offensive end, we literally just drew up a play, gave him the ball, and said, go to work, and he got us a big bucket at the end. So they're learning about him.
Do you feel like a star player?
Yeah. I'm definitely starting to feel like that. Just all the hard work is definitely paying off. I've been in the gym these past few years just trying to work on my offense game, keeping my defensive game at the same level, and I feel like all the hard work is definitely paying off now.
For either one of you, the defense in the 4th quarter, they're coming off a 43-point 3rd quarter. Just how are you guys able to flip that switch and limit them to 20 points there in that final 12 minutes?
I feel like we were just staying in the moment, not necessarily concerned on what happened in the 3rd. We knew the 4th was coming up and knew we had 12 minutes to go win a game, and I feel like we definitely did that down the stretch and executed what we wanted to, and got to exactly where we wanted on the floor.
When the state of Ohio needed it most, displaying himself as the best point guard in the Eastern Conference as of right now, Darius Garland posted game highs of 40 points and 9 assists to secure the Cavs their 12th straight win against the Toronto Raptors. The 40 for Darius were a season high, as Garland's now one of 4 players in Cleveland Cavaliers franchise history to have posted 5 or more games with 40-plus points, next to LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Donovan Mitchell. Setting himself up to potentially win Clutch Player of the Year in the clutch this season, Darius is shooting 19 for 29 from the field, which is 65.5%, the best field goal percentage in the NBA among players with 20-plus field goal attempts. In total points as the pick-and-roll ball handler, Garland ranks 7th in the association, trailing only Anthony Edwards, teammate Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Brunson, and Cade Cunningham. The most insane fact of any regarding Garland is that he's the only player in the NBA right now, qualified at least, to be posting a 50-40-90 season. If Darius finished the year shooting over 50% from the field, 40% from distance, and 90% from the foul line, he'd become just the 10th player in NBA history to do so. One of the plays of the night against Toronto was when Darius closed out the game with this offhanded in-and-out tween hezzy step back over Scotty Barnes to seal the victory. Another top play was when Evan Mobley stole the ball from Scotty Barnes without even facing him, and when Jarrett Allen ripped it away from Pirtle, took it coast to coast, and finished with a ridiculous reverse jam. Built for the pressure, on top of every other impressive stat for the Cavs, the most noteworthy one is likely the fact that the Cavs are 14-2 in the clutch this season and own the top 4 players in clutch time plus minus. Those 4 players are in order: Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, and Karis LeVert. One man who wasn't a part of that top 4 in Jarrett Allen has evidently been a glue guy off the court, as we hear the camaraderie he's built up with Darius from Garland right here.
Jay is like the cousin that's like kind of standoffish but like still in the family, you know? So I be trying to get a good balance of Jay, because like Jay would sit all the way in the front of the bus, but then come talk to us at dinner and like just have like a regular great conversation. But then like if Jay is not feeling you tonight or like that day, like you have to go over there and talk to him like, so what you doing on your PC now? Or like what you building now? So you know it's but he's great for our group though, because he brings so much energy on the floor, and then he's hilarious off the floor, so like that fits our character. But then like he has that quiet side as well, when like you really want to bring him into the family, to like the funny category. So like that's when you just have to like just reel him in, like, let's go Jay, come on. But I don't know if that answers your question, but I mean that's my dog though. Jay, that's my road dog, that's my brother. So he's always gonna be in our family for sure.
As you can see, this Cleveland team has the dominance on both ends of the floor, plus the chemistry to make a serious run this year. Yes, they were taken out in 5 by the Celtics last spring, but they're giving Boston something to be concerned about. They beat the Celtics in their most recent matchup with the world champs, and both games with Boston have been within 4 points. Neither team has been fully healthy for those matchups. Let's not dismiss how big the Cavs' coaching change was here, as Kenny Atkinson's flipped this system on its head in terms of how he's got the ball moving for this formerly JB Bickerstaff coached bunch. This was your boy DFlow, and I'll see you next video.